Good morning and happy FriYAY! I'm Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture, mostly through these sprints at this point. I used to do a bunch of other stuff, and then I became an advanced doctoral candidate in my program. And we trying to out of here. So this is what I have capacity for. Thank y'all for joining and for always being a part of the conversation, sharing what you're reading, etc., etc. Appreciation. And now I will let my lovely co-host, introduce herself.
Hi everybody, I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I be writing, I be reading, I be creating. Would you know any of that right now if you were to go over there? If you looked at the back stuff, sure. Currently, probably not. But I have been dropping a new blog post every Monday, so there is that. So you can catch that. But there'll be a video soon. See that there's no date there? Haha. Keep them guessing.
Precisely. Okay, so we're going to try to pump out 3 sprints today because your girl has a lot to do. So question number 1, are y'all reading anything spooky right now? And with that question, before the congregation, we're going to get right into a sprint. We see what Shay is reading, but we will talk about that when we come back. So don't touch that dial. Alrighty, we're going to use one of Bree's new, fresh, hot off the presses spooky timers. It counts up, not down, so I'll just stop it at 30 minutes. Oh, wait, no, didn't we decide that we liked 45 minutes? That happened, right?
Yeah, when we were really trying to get stuff done, the 45 minutes worked.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's do 45 because I do need to get a lot of stuff done. Just so we all know, this timer is going to randomly stop sporadically if I'm not on that page. And I won't be on that page because I'll be working. So it'll jump up to a specific time when I go back over there and refresh it every once in a while. But if it stops, don't worry. It's actually really still going, but you can't see it. And it'll update itself periodically. All right. So with that said, hello to everyone. I didn't even greet y'all. Mercy. I've been up since 6:30 just sprinting. Okay. Good morning, Pat. Love to see you per usual. Hope that you're doing well. Good morning, Elena. Thank you for joining us before school and sharing what you're reading. A Troubling Tale by Lori Cass. That sounds a little bit like a cozy mystery, like a themed mermaid cozy mystery. Am I right? Is that what it is? 54% into it, so I need 45 more, and then I'll read my next book from my TBR shelf. Look at you actually reading your TBRs. Good for you. We all salute that. Because
the way I was just looking over at my pile, like, you ain't touched that, right? You ain't touched that. Okay.
It's a hard neck life out here. Good morning, Vina. Good morning, Adrian. All right.
I knew somebody's birthday was today. I woke up and I was like, somebody's birthday is today. I knew it. Like, I was like, whose birthday is today? And I could not think of whose birthday it was. I was like, it's the 20th. It's somebody's birthday. I literally could not think of it. It was bothering me. I could not remember whose birthday it was. I was like, I know there's another October birthday.
The way I just clicked that to say hello and didn't actually read it, I was very confused with what was prompting that response. I was like, whose birthday is it? Let me look in the chat.
Happy birthday, Adrian.
No, I just wasn't reading, ironically. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending your precious day with us, or a couple of hours of your day, or however long we get to have you. Happy birthday. Hope that you get to read a wonderful book or eat some wonderful cake, or a combination of those things would be amazing. And now we are going to get into our first sprint. We're going to do a 45 so we can really get after it. Remember, the timer will stop and start, but it's still keeping count. So don't worry. I'll pop back in 45 minutes because it's counting up, not down. And this is Bree, aka the Lock Petition, one of her new spooky timers for Blackoween season. All right. Question number 1. Are you reading anything spooky right now? Thank you, Desiree. Long time no see. So happy to see you. Hi, hi, hi. All
It
right,
was the
y'all.
voice
Let's
for me.
get into it.
It was
It
the
was the
voice for me.
voice?
Are you
My
if you're
voice?
reading anything spooky right now, it was the voice for me.
Spooky.
It was the voice for me. I liked it. I liked it.
You liked it? Thank you. All right, let's get after it in 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, that is our first sprint, 45 minutes. We're going to check in and then we're going to do another 45 minutes. That was super productive for me. These sprints for me today are more productivity sprints than reading sprints. I have a lot of administrative stuff to do. I was working on a job application for 2 hours this morning. Surprisingly, I was like, oh, 45 minutes, super easy. And then an hour and 45 minutes later, I was like, I'm going to get back to this next week. But I did finish most of it. So next week I'll have fresh eyes to just review everything I did today. And now I am working on a variety of things, one of which is the Patreon. So if you don't know, I have started Patreon with one of my critique partners, SP Rose, and she and I, who share a love of anime, shonen anime specifically, which is basically fantasy anime. I've started a Patreon called Legends of Two Black Girls. The link is in the description of this video. There is absolutely hit that like button. Thank you, Pat. There is a free membership tier, so you don't have to pay to see some content. You're not going to see all of it, but you can see free peaks of the fan fiction we're working on, which is a melanated Naruto fanfic. And you can see snippets of character art. Like you can see like a piece of the picture, and then we have little games like, can you guess who this is? That sort of thing. So definitely click the link in the description, head on over to the Patreon and become a member. And if you like what you see and you're like, wow, I really like this character art, I really want to know what happened next in the fanfic, then consider becoming a member of our mainstream tier. And it is $3 a month, and then you can see everything. You can see the cover art that we release. You can see the episodes, which we upload to a week. So you're getting a whole little serial, a whole storyline for $3 a month. That's unheard of. So consider it. Also, learning Patreon, right? So you as a creator, your Patreon is not listed in the general like directory. It's not searchable until you have members, which I think is very strange and very whack. But they basically count on you leveraging your Patreon on other social media platforms. So if you like me and you like the content I produce here, then consider becoming even a free member on Patreon so that it can become searchable and other people can find it. But yeah, that's that on that. I just uploaded a little free peek of episode 3 of our fanfic. I'm quite proud of it. If you like Naruto and you're a Naruto fan, even and especially if you're not a Sakura fan, because I feel like Sakura just got the worst end of every stick there was. Like, she got stabbed in the eye with a sharp end of the stick. It's just ridiculous the level of coverage she gets, or the lack of coverage she gets, and the way they clown her. Kishimoto, who's the writer, made her a whole clown, made her the butt of every joke, made her stupid. And that's really kind of the trope that anime girls get, is being silly and boy crazy and strong until a male character shows up, and then they always have to be weaker than him, and the way that they get shown to be weaker than him is getting beaten. So like, we're really trying to move away and push against those gender stereotypes in anime. If that sounds interesting to you, then you may really enjoy Legend of the Pink Fist, which is the name of our fan fiction. So again, the Patreon is Legends of Two Black Girls. The link is in the description. Consider becoming a free member, and if you like what you see, consider upgrading to the mainstream tier for $3 a month, supporting Black artists, and more of our creation, right? Okay, so moving on. What did y'all do? What did y'all do? We had a lot of people come in. All right. Adrian, Elena, thanks. Desiree popped in. Pat finished Lone Women by Victor Lavelle. Okay. Shay, what did you do?
So I started Monstrous. It's starting very, very intriguing.
Can
I'm
I see the
liking it.
cover again? I saw you flashing
Yeah,
it earlier.
yeah, my bad. Because I'm
Mhm.
also making my breakfast now. I'm making pancakes and scrambled eggs. So, do you want me to read the back so people know
Can I
what
see the
it is?
cover again? Oh, Jessica Lewis. Why is
Bad
that
Witch
name
Burning.
familiar? What else is?
Bad Witch
Yes,
Burning.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I was like, that name sounds familiar. Okay, yes. Wait, read the back to us.
Okay,
Okay.
so it says, don't go outside past dark. Come straight home after church, and above all, never ever go into Redwood.
Mm.
These are the rules Latavia's aunt gives her as soon as she arrives in Sanctum, Alabama for the summer. Weird, but Latavia isn't here to solve any scary small town mysteries. She's here for 6 weeks and 6 weeks only, and then she's off to college and won't look back. Sanctum does have its perks, mainly the cute girl who works at the local ice cream shop, but Latavia can't ignore how strange her aunt's tiny town is. The residents are suspicious of her and at times outright hostile, and it's clear they see her as some kind of outsider, which is proven when Latavia is dragged out of her house in the dead of night into the forbidden redwood and presented as a human sacrifice to an ancient monster. Sanctum doesn't know Latavia, though. She won't be eaten without a fight. She'll do whatever she has to do to survive, even if that includes turning into a monster.
Oh, oh my! I may need to read
So I
this. Okay, give
pre-ordered
me
it
first.
and I got like the pre-order stuff. So
How is it? You said you're liking it so far because I know
yeah,
neither
I'm
one of
liking
us
it
did
so far.
quite
It's
get through
interesting.
the
Like
first one.
it starts out really interesting. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out if her cousins are white because she's
Okay.
described one of her cousins as like with blonde hair and like pale blue eyes. And I was like, I mean, they
That
could
sounds
be
white to
contacts
me.
and it could be weave, but you didn't say that, so I don't know. And
Right.
it's definitely a black girl, so I'm trying
And
to.
that's quite the. I've never seen that. I've seen blonde weave, but I ain't never seen a black girl do blonde weave and blue eyes. That's giving Toni Morrison in the worst way. So,
Man, the only time I seen it is Uncle Ruckus's family episode of the
oh
Boom
yeah.
Guys. His mama.
Uh, side
That's
note.
how I seen
Send
it.
help.
But so I'm waiting to see because black people can naturally have blue eyes. All the black people I've seen
That
with
is
natural blue
true.
eyes are dark skinned though. So there's that as
I
well.
wonder what the history of that is, like genetically.
Yeah. Cause like the girl that I follow on YouTube, her mom has one brown eye and one blue eye. That's how she had two blue eyes. The one I follow
That's
on
very
YouTube.
rare.
The mom I follow on Instagram, her husband has blue eyes, and so their daughter has blue eyes. But the mom
Okay.
has brown eyes. But they're all like black, like 100% black. Nobody's like biracial. And they're all dark skin, like darker than me.
Yeah, I feel like I began to see a little bit because I was Googling it for some reason, probably writing research. And there is a reason that that happens. And I wasn't there for that, so I don't remember what it was, but it was very interesting, whatever the genetic and the historical like way that dark skinned black people have super light colored eyes like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, well, let me
Yeah.
know how it goes. It's not out yet. You got that's a
No,
pre
it is out.
no,
It
it's
is
out.
out.
That's a
This came out.
pre-order
That's how I said
copy.
I was on the pre-order. That's how I got the bookmark and the sticker and I'm not
Left
gonna
me a good
actually.
sticker.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me know how it goes because that just sounds like more to read
And so
for.
far, it's because I didn't get to start Bad Witch Burning because I wasn't in a place. So it seems
Yeah,
like
and it's
so
difficult.
far it might be I could handle this better than Bad Witch Burning.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm really saying because I started by much burning and was like, I cannot do this.
yeah. So
I can't.
and there's
Um,
no shade to the author. That was just like the topic of the
yeah,
story.
it was very own voices. Like that was her experience. So it was just like a content warning. And I think she did give a content warning. And I
Yeah,
was like,
she
oh well, I'll
definitely.
try it because it's not gonna like trigger me per se, but it was still just very hard to read. And I was like, I can't do it. But I heard good things about the books. I don't think the representation was wacky at all. I just think it was just difficult content.
Right.
And you gotta monitor that for yourself. But yeah, this book sounds like it'll be something that I can make it through. And I was super into the Black Girl Necromancer because we have not seen that. So I wanted to read it. So by all accounts, she's giving original, and I love that. Not a spooky girl. I have lone women. on this month's lineup. Did you enjoy it, Pat? What's happening over there? Should I call somebody? I'm sick.
No, because I know you haven't been in the Discord, so I know you won't know how on point that conversation is, the what we've been talking about in the Discord for like the last week.
Lone women?
No, your comment about, from all accounts, is given that she does she does original stories. So that's why I had to catch myself. I didn't. I just was like, turn your camera off. Turn your camera
Does she get, is it?
No, yeah, she does. But if you
Okay.
would be in the Discord, you would know.
I'm locked out of the Discord. I can't, I'm locked out of
You
my
just might as well
whole.
create a whole new account, and
I
I'll
do.
send you.
That is what needs
It's
to
not like
happen
you
at
was
this
really
point.
active in any of the ones you was in anyway. So
Wow.
that's no shade. There's no shade. I wasn't. That was me being honest, because that's how you got locked out. Like, for real. I'm so sorry. I was not even trying to be shady. I really wasn't. I was just being honest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm
Casual
sorry.
bullet to the heart.
No, I'm
It's not like
sorry.
you was in it or anything. That's why you're not in right now, because you went in it before, really. I'm just telling the truth. Don't be hurt by that.
I did not mean it that way. Y'all, see, this isn't even one of the times where I'm really like saying something. You see how apologetic I am right now?
I did. Low key, that made it worse because I was like, I just caught a real stray. A sincere stray.
Not that made it worse.
That made it worse. I was like, wow, she really didn't mean it. But she did. Dang.
If not, it would have been better if it was on purpose.
It would have been better if it was shade. But you're just like, no, really, that's true, right? That's true.
I'm
Mercy. Mercy. Oh, T, I didn't even acknowledge you. I just read your comment and went on. Hi. Thanks for joining. We're light on the chit chat today because your girl has a bunch to do. So we came in, chatted for like 5 minutes, and then went into a 45er. We're going back into a 45er in T-minus 2 minutes. So, intriguing. Okay, cool. Morning, KJ.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this show off.
I always want to call you Rachel or Courtney. And then I pause and I gather myself and I get it right. It's been the trend for the last long enough time where I can stop saying that I used to get your name wrong. We could forget that ever happened. Morning. Cheers to the freaking weekend.
Hey.
Anyone read the YA book You Weren't Supposed to Die Tonight? I have not.
No, but it's definitely in my living queue. But I was told it's gonna be a hate read for me. So it's my pleasure is pain for Halloween read.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We got lots of people reading The Lone Woman. Good morning, Mayama. Good to see you.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I have not heard about it yet. This is the first time
Me neither. It's like 3 people though.
But I'm not gonna. I say I'm not even. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Wait. Go back. No. Yeah. Pull that back. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I mean, Angela, we see you. We see you. We know. We see you. We see your picture. I want to look up this book. Only because, low key, it would be very interesting for my historical novel as well. So, interesting. She was like, I'm black. In case y'all missed.
I was too like, let me be very clear before I get blocked. I'm not trying to train no Negroes. I am black.
I am one. I'm not trying to train them. I'm not trying to train them. Research over here. Research.
Let me be very clear. Capital R. I'm looking.
Yeah, and she said black
around.
with a big B. Black with a big B.
Hello, so we know it's real.
So we know it's real. We appreciate it, Angela.
Thank you. I don't know that I've ever seen you here before.
I feel like I've seen your picture before. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like maybe I've seen you in other people's.
Maybe the name has changed. I don't know. But yeah, welcome. We hope you stay a while.
Good morning.
Listening to Real Love. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to
It's
set
like,
my heart free,
still on my
real
bad side.
love. I'm searching for a real love. Beyonce.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's really
I
you doing
already
the electric
love
slide in your chair for me.
you.
It's
So what?
really you doing the electric slide in your chair for me. Truthfully.
You should know. I'm gonna make sure you something. Oh, before I let go. Lift your leg, turn.
Not lift your leg, turn.
Do.
Not lift your leg, turn. Lift your leg, turn is crazy. Lift your leg, turn. Okay. All right, ma'am.
I'm calling out the choreography so we can all be in unison.
That's like
Because
that man.
UNITY is unity.
That's like that man, that choreographer who he's been like the latest biggest choreographer to do a lot of music videos, but that video that went viral of him doing the up dance and he goes a bookie bookie boo, like he's calling out the steps.
Yes. I remember that.
Ooh, that video is so funny.
Mercy. Black people in dance.
I
I know that
love
I've
it.
read Real Love, but I can't remember the premise. Is that where the woman was dating the tattoo artist?
Is that
that
the
real?
older series? The older? Are those
The
the older? The
Yeah,
older characters?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
back there with the McLean brothers.
No,
It's
no,
the
no. I
McLean.
mean, like the characters were older, right? Like is that the series where the characters were older than normal? Well, didn't she have like a series of stories where like the main female or male characters were like older people, like they're in their like older age group?
Oh! I think that was more like along the lines of with the Strickland sisters.
Oh, okay, got you.
Or some spinoff of the Strickland sisters, like in that same town. I know the Strickland sisters' mothers featured prominently, and I feel like one of the Strickland sisters, maybe the oldest one, did get with a man who was like older. Definitely for sure, he was old enough to have a grown son.
Mm.
So potentially. Okay. Reading reading a fantasy, The Vanished Tide. Oh, that sounds
Okay.
good. Who's that by Vina? What's it about? I got this one book called Madame, It's Some Spookiness by Phoebe Wynn. Started revising a set of poems I'm submitting for a writing residency. Get it!
Okay.
Vina said they sound white. Saw what in Dear White People? Oh, saw dark-skinned people with blue eyes?
And do I do? It was
No, I don't think the MC is blonde and blue-eyed. I think it's her
no,
cousins.
her cousin.
Yeah. This is there is a tribe in Africa with that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Batwitch Burning, but they marketed it all wrong, starting with that cover. Man, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you. I'm thinking a lot about marketing right now, and you gotta be careful.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Got to be more
There is
careful.
a reason it's a whole degree.
Hello?
Like for real. There's a
Really?
reason.
And with everything being so oversaturated right now, the marketing got to be on point because people are going to give you half a second of their time. And if it looks like the same old or not what they're looking for, it's gone. And it's not coming back. It made it look like a fun paranormal story when it was less magic and more about dealing with an yeah, that's where I couldn't, because I was like, I'm dealing with this mother a lot. Like, it's not just the dog or the cat or whoever gets like killed. Like it was a lot of hardness, and the magic was just sort of there. But what was more present and pressing was the magic. So that was hard for me. That's when I was like, I have to get off. After the dog, I was like, listen, I have to go.
That was a bad reading month.
Yeah.
I won't forget that October. That October was wild. I
I won't forget that.
won't forget that October at all.
Yeah, that was like the first wave of this could be an extended period of a slump with fantasy. I love that it was a Black girl who was a necromancer, but just the hardness of it, I think that just started something for me where I was like, I'm not sure I can hang in the YA area right now. I'm not.
Yeah, it's
I've been
going on over there. And I've
huh?
been wondering, are the kids all right? Truly.
I don't
Or do
think the
y'all
kids
want
are.
them to be with the stories? I just
The
wonder.
kids aren't all right.
Do y'all want them to be all right? Because if they don't got trauma, whew.
Hello, I'm just like, am I the only kid that grew up relatively happy? I'm not saying nothing ever happened that upset me or colors the way I view the world, but like, are we saying every child grew up with dead dogs and violent anti-Black racism? Like, we know it's in the air, but like, was it like this for everyone?
Right? Because honestly, like, it doesn't even make logical sense, right? Because if you think about it, our parents and grandparents can tell us about their childhoods and their happy moments, and they definitely dealt with way more than we did, than we're having to deal with, right?
Telling you.
Yeah. So, like, I know, like, even in the house I grew up in, like, there is definitely still so many happy moments. Like, there are so many
Mm-hmm.
things about my childhood that I love.
Can we get some more of that, please? Like, what?
Like,
Why can't we have more of that? And that's where it's just like, I'm just very uncomfortable with the thought of we doing a 30 minute sprint, y'all. It's over. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I fumbled the bag. I am so uncomfortable with the thought of becoming a part of a publishing industry that's just thriving off of Black trauma, and that's how you want me to consent to getting my coins, is by giving you trauma porn. And at this point, I've seen too many Black authors speak about them feeling like they have to do that to ignore it. And it's authors whose book I've read, whose books I have not read and don't want to read. It's across the board, and not even just in fantasy. It's YA, where they're like, yeah, they want me to bring the pain,
is
and I
why.
feel
And then it's
obligated
even
to them.
crazier when they don't do that, or they don't give you that impression until they get to their next book. And
Mm-hmm.
then the
Mm-hmm.
talk about that book was all
Then
that.
it
And so
comes
it's
up.
like, right. Then it's like, wait, like, I didn't
What
even
was
get that that
this?
was the impression. Like, wait, you didn't give that at all. And then it's
You
like,
seemed very
so how
happy.
much of this was real? How much of this was authentic? How much of this is, it really has definitely colored my view of a lot of
Yeah.
authors.
And by authentic, I think I hear you meaning like how much of the joy was real, like how much of the book was what
Right.
you
How much
wanted to
right,
write
right,
versus you
right,
pretending this is your
exactly.
book. When
Right.
really
How much of
basically
this
Ghost wrote
story
what the
is
publisher
really
wanted you to write.
you versus the publishing industry? Truly. Like, how much of this is the story you truly wanted to write? Because that's
Right.
what you tell us. That's always the story. I've waited so long to write this story, but like, then when you get to that next book, that's the story you really wanted to write, is the new conversation. So it's disheartening for sure. Well, not for me, because I ain't going trap up, so I don't really feel it in that way. But it does make me sad to know that, because Trap Hub is what is pushed to consumers more than anything else. Um. Oh yeah, no, it's a private Black Writers Discord. Literary lady. So yeah. Yeah. I don't get that out all willy nilly or nothing. Nope. Super safe space, and it's specifically for writers. So, but yeah.
We've been hurt before.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. No.
That's why she gives such a strong
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, girl, be like, and we finally got the good little
The right
microcosm of
chemistry.
people in there. We love it.
Gotta
But
saran wrap that.
yeah. Uh,
The
I
training
forgot
book in
what
20
I was
minutes.
gonna say. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, that's what she was talking about.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Percival Everett. Wow. Okay. All right. That's where I've seen you. Okay. I was like, I feel like I've definitely seen you. But girl, we both know I ain't streamed in like 2 months. So there's
That's why you looking kind of unfamiliar.
yeah. You're looking kind of unfamiliar right now. Yo, okay. So before we get into this sprint, this is very random, but it has to do with that being a Boondocks quote. So I don't know this child. I really hope that she has the best life God intended for her. But somebody decided to tweet that Sexy Red was our generation's Michael Jackson. And then
Who?
the person, yeah, so then somebody quote tweeted it and said, I just really wish the Boondocks would come back for one more season. And I was like, bro, Aaron McGruder would have a field day with America right now.
Oh
That
yeah,
would
it will
be
be.
the greatest Boondock season ever.
We need it.
Man,
There is a
where's
need
the
for it.
petition? Can I sign it? Can I sign it? Can we please get Regina King in the studio?
Man,
Can we please bring
bring her
Riley and
back.
Huey back for one more season? Because, bruh.
And I didn't even know until very recently that she was playing both of them.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man.
Yeah, it
Have you
was
ever seen her do an
something.
interview with them or talking about it?
No, I don't. It was the Hillman Files. You know that IG
Oh,
that's like,
yeah.
yeah. So she made a post that was like, that time we realized that Regina was doing both of the parts, and then she saw the clip of it, and I was like, give her Grammy.
Man.
What's the hold up?
I feel like Grammy is for music, but I know what you mean.
Give her Emmy. What's the hold up?
But I feel you. I was like, Grammy, she be singing too. I mean, hey,
We don't know. She could be.
Whoopi got them all.
Might
Whoopi
could.
got them all. So
Hello.
And don't. I feel like
John Legend is that you got one or two, and I'm like, when what
yeah,
Emmy?
not Jasmine Sullivan, but the one from Dreamgirls.
Fantasia? No,
Dreamgirls.
Jordan's. No, that's the other the Dreamgirls knockoff.
But they all from American Idol, so we on the right track. Jennifer Hudson. There we go. I knew it started with a J. Jennifer Hudson. I feel like
we've seen her in movies though. Like she does act. That makes sense. Like I don't know. I have never seen John Legend act, but he got one.
She did plays too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was like. She's one. Jennifer Hudson's one too. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let me move to these comments. I think it comes out December 1st. The new Writer movie, American Fiction.
I haven't heard of it.
I was not aware. Yeah. Thanks for the tip though. It wasn't the Necromancer story we raised, but it was not.
Right.
It was not. Maya, welcome in. Literally, you're trying to get us in real conversations right now, and I can't do it. I can't do no real conversations right now at this time. Had we started with this at the top of the hour, we'd be all up in there. But I can't do it at 11:27. And I only saw a snippet of what the issue even was yesterday as I was scrolling, so I'm not even prepared to really speak on it. In truth, hydrate. I'm over here sipping tea, Pat. It's tension tamer tea. It's good.
Ooh,
it's lemongrass and something else. And then authors get mad when Black kids don't want to read these. But hello, it's not that the kids aren't reading; they don't want to read your book.
They don't want to read yours. Y'all want to say we don't support?
Hello? That's what science fiction is for. It's for metaphor. That's what fantasy is for. Right. Let the babies fight the monster. The monster, not racism.
Literally. Like that, literally, that's how, I don't care what nobody says, that's how Nora was able to get them 3 awards back to back to back.
Because she was in the genre.
She was in the genre, and she made you forget that you were literally reading about Black people the whole time.
Which is the function of the genre. Like, people think it's escapist, but it's like, I mean, you're escaping, like you're going somewhere, but you're taking all your baggage with you. It just looks different while you're dealing with it. Like, she was fully in the genre. That's why she's over here getting all these flowers, because she's letting the genre do its work. People have been talking about racism, sexism, everything in science fiction for decades. Black women have been doing it in the genre for decades. And you don't have to talk explicitly about racism in that way to get her done.
That part. Preach. Church. Amen.
Okay, that looks good. We'll look into it.
Ooh, okay. I want to see that.
Because
Mm,
that's what the other black girl should have been, but we've moved on.
mm, mm.
Yeah, I
We
can't wait
move.
because
We move.
we move, mercy.
We
But
move.
imagine how tired we are. Okay, let's get into this final sprint. It's gonna be a little 30.
Hey.
Oh, the trailer's on YouTube. Starring Jeffrey Wright,
Let me
Issa
check it
Rae,
out.
Sterling Brown. Okay.
Oh, I like him, Sterling K. Brown.
I like him too.
Yeah.
This is us really set that man off. He is America's husband and father now. All right, y'all. Let's get into this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. Once again, if I'm off of this page, the timer will stop, but I'll come back and it'll jump back up. So don't worry that if it looks frozen, that just means I'm not on the page, but we still rolling. All right, that was our last sprint. Um, we got an hour and 33 minutes of whatever you were working on done today. I'm super excited about that. I got most of my stuff done. I left the least important stuff to the last sprint, and I did get a little bit of that done too. So yeah, I am uber excited. The 45 minutes are where it's at. And we still did get to talk. So I think we'll just start off with 45s from now on. And then if we have time for another 45, we will. And if we don't, we'll just do a 30. And that is still a lot. Oh, so not an hour and a half, 75 minutes. Still good. All right. Let's see. Can't blame the kids, right? Trailer on YouTube, right? Never finished watching the other black girl. I never started. I never started. I had no intention of subjecting myself to that tomfoolery and shenanigans, or should I say, Uncle Tomfoolery and shenanigans. No, no. You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Barron is a short read. Okay. Interesting read, totally different to her previous books, and she's dipping into YA. I thought Kaylin Barron already wrote YA. Was her Poison, whatever? Wasn't her Cinderella retelling a YA? Was it not? Was it not? Oops, hold on. Take this banner down. All right. It is a little after 12, and I do have to salute y'all on time today. So I think she might be still around cooking or possibly walking the dogs. But I want to thank you all for joining us for sprints. There's Shay. Thank you for joining us for sprints today. Our October Writerly conversation is coming out next Tuesday, Lord willing. You don't want to miss it. It's right in time to get ready for NaNoWriMo. It's a little different take on Preptober also. So although it's at the end of Preptober, so but it's fine. Our Preptober conversations from last year were way more like beginning of Preptober, because what you should do is we already did that, so we're not going to do it again. So this Preptober was more about reading than writing. But if you want to know more, we'll see you next Tuesday. Okay. Shay, do you have any outros?
Nope, I'm gonna finish cooking and eat my breakfast, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday.
All right. Bye.
Bye.